Big up yourselves, and welcome to today's plumberparts.co.uk video. Now, there's a few of you out there who've been requesting that I do a video about plumbing tools. And you know me, I love plumbing tools about as much as I love jazz music, and that is a lot. So let's have a look at what tools I have in the van on a daily basis. Now, as a plumber, the two most common tools you're going to use on a daily basis are going to be these. This is a pair of grips that you use to grip pipe, fittings, customers, and this is a set of adjustable spanners. They can get on most sizes of nut and they're just amazing, so they're the first things I'd use. Next, a tape measure. Really important. Always measure twice and cut once, that's what they say. Really handy for measuring the length of pipe, measuring whether a bath's going to fit in a certain space. Measuring tapes are just absolutely integral in a day of plumbing. Screws and screwdrivers. This is a tap spanner, a little tap tube spanner that takes off the bottom nuts of taps. This here is a square key, really handy for taking apart gas cupboards on the outsides, and also for loosening off drain offs on heating systems, you know, to drain off the water out of a heating system. They're really handy for that. Spirit level. If you try and do anything without a spirit level, you don't really deserve to even have an attempt. So don't do anything without a spirit level. If you're getting a bit more serious about your plumbing, you could get yourself what I've got here. It's a pipe bender that bends 22mm and 15mm pipe, which are the two standard pipe sizes you'll get in the UK. Next, a floorboard saw, nice and short. You can start off cutting down the grooves of floorboards really easy with this. Always make sure when you're using a floorboard saw that you know what's under the floorboard you're cutting. Otherwise, you can go through a water pipe, or even worse, you could go through an electricity cable and give yourself a nasty shock. Mastic gun, you can cut the nozzles off to different sizes. They make the job look really good. Take your time over masticing, which reminds me, when you're doing any kind of masticing work, always get yourself a former. Always make sure you've got loads of blue roll or toilet roll. And look at that, all those different sizes on that former. Highly recommend silicone and a former. This thing I absolutely love. I don't know what I'd do without this. It's just great. Drilling stuff, undoing it, doing it up. This is a handy one from when you're draining down radiators. If my finger is the radiator pipe and on the top of it we had a radiator valve, pop that around the pipe, the water will leak down there and off into a bucket, so you can drain the water out of the radiator and not create a flood. PTFE tape, use this on olives, but mainly use this for doing threads. So you wrap it around a thread of a fitting and that will make it watertight. This stuff's amazing, really good. So I highly recommend you keep this, get loads of it. For soldering, get yourself some flux and get yourself a good flux brush as well. I mean, you can see this has seen better days, but a good flux brush is really good. Always wear breathing apparatus when you're using this stuff because it is an acid, and also make sure the room is fully ventilated and wear gloves and all that sort of stuff. Solder, obviously you're going to need this stuff if you want to do any soldering. I'm pretty much using lead-free solder all the time now. It does take a little longer to run than leaded solder, but you can only use that on potable water supplies in the UK at the moment, so you're going to have to use this anyway, so get some of that. Then you're going to need a soldering torch. I've got one of the yellow butane bottles here, which are a lot hotter. Always spend a little bit of money as well when it comes to the blowtorch. You don't get a cheap one because the flame just goes everywhere. If you buy an more expensive one, the flame is a lot more directed, you can control it a lot more, and your jobs are going to be a lot more successful. So, you know, beautiful, excellent flame. Look at that, how directed that is. Extension lead, hammer and bolster, chisels, drill bits, heat mat, protective glasses, mask, gloves. This always works well when you're in a loft, you know, pop the torch in, you can see about. Tap washers, hole cutters, hacksaw, electric tester. This is really important, really important. And then, of course, the totally obvious tools that I've almost forgotten, like pipe cutters. You wind it out, pop around your pipe, swivel it round and round. Each time you swivel it round, quarter turn, bang, you're going to have a nicely cut pipe. Or if you're using 15mm or 22mm or 28mm pipe, you can get what's known as a pipe slice. Let me show you how they work. Bang it on there, twiddle it round. Bang, look at that. How insane is that? I'll be honest with you, I nearly forgot about those. There we go. Wet vacs are quite handy. Dust sheets, ladders, and obviously if you're going to get a wet vac, you might as well make sure that it's also a hoover, so you can hoover up all your mess, which also means you've got to have a dustpan and brush. Oh, and did I say towels? I might have said towels. Towels. As I said, drills, get really good drills, spend good money on drills. Workbench, get yourself a nice little bit of kitchen pad to clean off your copper pipe. Alternatively, you can use scouring pad or emery cloth because you're going to need clean pipe so you can get good solders. This is quite a handy tool. You can shove that in the outlet of a water cistern. Alternatively, you can pop that over the expansion pipe so you can create vacuums and heating systems and not have to fully drain them down. Right, well, I've pretty much had enough of going through all these tools that you guys are going to need. Remember, when you're doing any kind of plumbing work, that you should take it slow. And remember, if you have control over the situation, i.e. the water's off and you've got the whole place toweled up and that you've dust sheeted everywhere, you're not going to make any mess, then there shouldn't really be any problems, should there? I hope you've enjoyed today's plumberparts.co.uk video. If you think I've missed any tools out, and I obviously have, do let me know. And if you think you'd like an instructional video on any of the tools I have described, or you want one that I haven't described, let me know and I'll do an instructional video for you. Again, if you need any more help in the world of plumbing, do let us know. Subscribe to our videos, friend us, favourite us and give us love. And as ever, visit our website at plumberparts.co.uk. I hope you have a wicked time and I'll see you all later. Big. plumberparts.co.uk. Honest reviews and advice.